Hey, how's it going? Coach Kyle here, and I'm actually just post-run. I did a 10 miles with 1 times 1K at 10K pace roughly, and did some strength work, and I'm buzzing my hair, and I had a thought, and like I have a sister-in-law who she does hair, and here I am, buzzing my head, and I had a Twitter discussion earlier today with a couple people about the Nike 4% and the Reebok Run Fast Pro, whatever it's called. They're both $250 retail, and it's interesting to think about cost, what you get, and how you feel about it. Like for me, I'm just gonna buzz my head for free, and I'm doing like a 95% job here versus what my sister-in-law would do. Like I'll miss a few hairs, like in a week or 2 weeks, I'll notice a couple hairs longer than the other, and maybe my ear is not quite as trimmed as it would be if she was doing it. But like for me, just buzzing my head for free and doing a 95% job or whatever is totally good enough, for people with shoes, some people will think $250 is completely absurd for a pair of shoes, and it kind of is. But I mean, other people are like, I'll spend $250 and get the best shoe. Like I think Camaros and $90,000 cars are ridiculous. I mean, I can go 65. I can go the speed limit in my Prius and get twice the gas mileage of you. So it's interesting thinking about that cost to what you get. Comparison with run coaching. You can download free training schedules for free. There's hundreds of them out there. Go to halhigdon.com. That's usually where I recommend people go if they just want a free, good pre-written schedule. But if you want a custom schedule, one that follows you along, one that's based on what you do, not you like like when I prescribe training to people I coach, the schedule follows them. It's not them following the schedule. Like the custom schedule, me, aka a coach, it cares if you miss a run, if you get sick. It's there for motivation and accountability. You're investing, you're paying, so you're investing in it. So for people who make, minimum wage, coaching's probably not for them. They're like, I would never spend, $200 to $300 a month on a coach. But somebody making 50 to 100 grand, and depending on like school loans, family status, etc., 75 biweekly, 150 biweekly isn't that big of a deal. That's the Camaro of running. So some people have Camaros, some people have used Toyota, Honda Civics, whatever. So it just depends on what you need, what you want, what you can afford, your disposable income, etc. For me, a free haircut that does 95% of the job is okay. Why would I spend $10, $15 on just a buzz when I can do it for free? But somebody else is like, I'm going to spend $30 and get a sweet haircut. Cool, good for them. And it's just interesting how different people value things differently. Like I have zero value for haircuts, but other people, they're going to invest money in their hair where I'm just going to buzz it. So it's just an interesting thought to think of with anything, cars, hobbies, your house. Did you invest in a really nice house because you want to come home to something you really love? Or did you invest in a cheap house because you don't want to have a much of a monthly payment? So it's just something to think of with coaching and with basically everything. It's curious. So I mean, how do you go about, what do you value? Drop me a comment. What do you value where you're investing money in? Did you buy a sweet car, or did you go with the used Civic? Stuff like that. With shoes and coaching, what do you think of $250 shoes? Is that completely absurd, or Are you willing to invest $250 if you're doing 3 marathons next year and you want to run to the best of your abilities? Now, one thing I would consider is that you could probably spend that money better and invest in a coach and maybe a pair of cool shoes too, and actually like improve your body's abilities to run faster, and then get some shoes on the side for that extra 1 to 4%. Whereas, actually training your physical body, that's 95% of it right there. So that's all I got. Just some rambling. As always, you keep running, and I'm going to finish my haircut.